We got this recording for YouTube too, because you don't want YouTube to miss out on sweet box opening streams as we try to open up some mythics in Theros Beyond Death. If there's a little bit of a glare going on, I apologize. It's my best solution at the moment. Are those the Mox artifacts? They are, yeah. We got Mox Pearl, Mox Sapphire, Mox Emerald, or Mox... Jesus Christ, the black one. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Yeah. Mox Onyx. Mox Jet. Mox Jet. Yeah, that's it. God. I don't know why I was brain farting so hard there, but yeah, you get it. Alright, this color still isn't great. This is supposed to be like kind of a... It's supposed to be kind of a green. Whatever. It'll be fine. Ugh. Beefy tacos for life. Hell yeah, beef tacos. None of that chicken shit. Thanks for subscribing. Woo. Pretty boosters, though. Who's fucking ready? Let's do this. Remember, chat, keep count of the treasure count for mythic rares and valuable rares. We also got a foil count going, too. Oh, I don't like the packaging on these boosters. They look nice, but the wrapping just feels so much cheaper. Same thing with the cardboards. Ah. Also, like, the cards are, like, backwards. Like, look, they're face down. And there's a land on the back. So, where's the commons at? Commons on the back? Oh, jeez. Everything's reversed. I hate that. So, then it'll be what? Yeah, okay. So these are the new lands that they got come out for it. They look like Pokemon energy cards. Just straight up. Alright, so these are our commons. Let's just separate these by color. Man, there's gotta be a easier way to do this. I hate that they're all backwards. Unknown Shores. Move that down a little bit. Okay, so just put that in the back. There we go. All right, so our uncommons, we got a Destiny Spitter, the Mirror Shield, which I actually like a lot. You can equip this to a creature, and it basically allows them to block death touch creatures and instantly kills them, like reversing Medusa. The Whirlwind Denial, which is just a very maybe a constructed counterspell, because for each spell and ability your opponents control, counter it unless they pay 4. So basically, if they play multiple effects in a single turn, you can try to use that to counter on top of it. And our first rare is Ashiok's Erasure. Speaking of counter spells, let's see how we feel about this one. So it's an enchantment card, 2 blue enchantment with flash. When it enters the battlefield, you can exile target spell, effectively countering it. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. And if Ashiok's Eraser ever leaves the battlefield, they'll get that spell back. So it's kind of like a Deputy Retention or Ixalan's Binding kind of card. Only it's only you flash in to make it a counter spell. And they could potentially get it back if they have enchantment removal at all. Oh, got a wall token. Sure. Okay, so it's the front card that's the rare. Yeah, so here's the island card. So then I should be able to put these in the back. Not quite. Okay. Well, there's the uncommons. I'll figure out how to do this. Hold on. So same thing. Let's find out if we got commons or uncommons by counting these up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's only 9 commons in here, which means one of the cards we got is a foil. That's the account. If there's 10 commons, no foil. If there's 9 commons, you got a foil card. Uncommons. Archon of the Falling Stars, who is a flying cow. A Cling to Dust. Binding of the Titans. Let's see. First rare is... Hey, it's Heliod! Who said it's going to be first pack? You were close. It was the second pack. Heliod! Okay. Oh no, I heard about this. This is the straight up like infinite combo with the Walking Ballista. Give target creature lifelink till end of turn. Remove a +1/+1 counter from a Walking Ballista. Deal 1 damage. Walking Ballista deals 1 direct damage. Therefore, it gains life. Allows him to get a +1/+1 counter. You do that infinitely until you win. So yeah, something's gonna get banned. I guess if I had to guess, would it be Heliod or the Walking Ballista? I don't know. And our foil... Oh, foil uncommon. Hydra's Growth. Okay, I just realized I need to get my protective sleeves for these. 1 second. There we go. Alright, it's not a bad start with Heliod, who I think is one of the more valuable cards right now in Theros. Dang. Alright, so great start. So it's going to be token, land, here's the plains. Then it's either the rare or the foil. Guess I just take off the bottom 4. Do it like that. I guess I'm trying my best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's another foil pack. Did I do this right? Hold on. Not quite. God damn, the order's all fucked up. It's fucking me up. Alright, well, the foil is Furious Rise, which is another foil uncommon. And then, okay, so do that. There we go. Escape Velocity, the Enemy of Enlightenment, Sage of Mysteries, rare card, Perforos's Intervention. Oh, this is actually pretty great. It's running an X for like a super fireball. You can choose one of 2 abilities. One is make an X1 red elemental, basically like a ball of lightning, trample haste creature that sacrifices the next end step, where its power equals X. Or you can deal twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker, in case you really need something to die. I definitely see that being played in some mono red decks. I want to like the new lands in Theros, but I don't think I quite do. I mean, there is like the Pokemon Energy card obvious comparison. But I think it's because they all look so spacey. They all look too similar to me. And I'd rather just use regular ass lands. Okay, there's the mountain card. Space Mountain. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is this a common or uncommon? Uncommon? Is this another foil pack? Have we got a foil in every pack so far? Dawn of Angel. Inevitable End. Ooh, Mischievous Chimera. This guy's great. blue to red for 2/2 flying. Whenever you cast your first spell on each opponent's turn, you get to deal 1 damage to target opponent. To each opponent, sorry, and scry 1. Alright, so it's going to be rare foil. Rare card is Tyrannika, a Crowan veteran. A 3/3 for 1 white with vigilance. And every time she attacks, you can untap another target creature you control. And until end of turn, that creature becomes a 4/4 indestructible. Which is a very solid white card. Foil. Oh, it's a foil island. That actually looks pretty cool. The foil island actually looks really neat. I could see some people... I could see the foil lands potentially becoming sought after. Gold. Plains. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, no foil this pack. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. Uncommons. Colossus Design. I tried playing this one in sealed, and it didn't quite work out for me as much as I wanted it to. Like, the +X is scary, but without any kind of like trample or evasion of any kind, kind of being a dud. So, not huge on this one. Favorite of Iroas. 2/2 first strike, or 2/2 he gets double strike when enchantment enters the battlefield. Field of Ruin, which is a reprint. Rare card. Kunoros, Hound of Theros. This guy's crazy, especially in limited. Black, white, and 1 for 3/3 Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. That's a lot of abilities for 3 mana on a 3/3. It also makes it so that creature cards can't enter the battle. Creature cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from the graveyard. So he also shuts down a lot of like graveyard hate and abilities, which is great. All right, I'll put my rares there. At least the mythic rares will be separated. Also, like, the boosters now have like a little tear preparation up here, but it doesn't work the greatest. Okay, so token card, land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No foil. 8, 9, 10. Setessan Petitioner. Gain life equal to your devotion to green. That's dumb. Dawn Evangel. Not the greatest. Another Whirlwind Denial, which I'm not a fan of. Rare card. Oh, a Temple Deceit. The rest of the Scry lands showing up from Eldraine. So it's the blue-black land. That might be worthwhile. At least compared to previous standard, where the dual lands that like you have to pay 2 life for, or must have a basic in play or 2 or less or whatever. Usually want to run 4 copies of those. For something like this, I'd maybe only put 2 copies in a constructed deck. That's me. Have you seen the forest yet? There's the forest. Oop, we got a foil pack. Hey! Have I ever bought a magic card only find out it was counterfeit? I have not ever, no. 6, 7, 8, and 9. By the way, Farika's Libation, target opponent sacrifices an enchantment. That's like an incredibly rare thing for black. Black having anything to, any kind of enchantment hate, like, doesn't exist. Oh, we got a uncommon alternate art of Anox, Hardened in the Forge. His power is equal to your devotion to red, and he costs 1 red. So he's at the very least a 2/3. And whenever he or another non-token creature you control dies, you get a 1/1 token creature who can't block. But if the creature that died had power 4 or greater, you get 2 of them instead. Okay, so you could get out of hand. Acolyte of Affliction. I like this guy a lot for limited. 2 black and a green for 2/3. When you enter the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. And I love that it's a permanent. It doesn't have to be a creature. It can be an enchantment. It could be a land if you really need it. So he just generates card advantage and gets stuff into your graveyard when you need it. Lagana Band Storyteller. Not that exciting. Alright, so we got a foil. We got the rare. The rare card. I'm sorry, this is the foil. The foil is it's a foil common. Not exciting. This was the rare card. Wavebreak Hippocamp. 2 and a blue for 2/2. Whenever you cast your spell during your opponent's turn, draw a card. Which is, again, awesome. I really want to do draft and draft around that guy. Do a lot of, like, blue-red speed effects. Just refreshing your hand while doing instant speed stuff. Especially because there's a fair amount of flash in this set. Especially in blue. No foil here. You got 2 of the Constellation Perforos. 1 in your box and 2 of the Giant. Oh, 1 in your box, 1 and 2 of the Giant. Gotcha. Let's sort those commons away. Uncommons. A Banishing Light. Yep, that sure is an exiled thing. Faithful End. Deal 3 damage for 3 mana and scry 1. Hell yes. Absolutely. Constructed play, maybe for mono red aggro. But limited, absolutely. That scry 1 is huge. Farika Spawn is okay. Very good in sealed. Rare card. Ooh, the Bronze-Eyed Lion. This card's nuts. Just super nuts. It's a blue and a green for 3/3. So already you get a 3/3 creature for just 2 mana, which is ridiculous. And you can play a green and a white. I said blue. Green and a white to make him indestructible till end of turn. Which is already... So he can also make himself indestructible, further making him ridiculous. And when he dies, you can return him to the battlefield as an aura, attaching to a creature, and that aura is play a green and a white, give him indestructible till end of turn. That is a scary cat. How do you play other people? Go to Friday Night Magics. Local game stores do Magic events all the time. Friday Night Magic is usually when they're doing stuff like draft. But they also do additional events on top of that. Like, a lot of places are really big on doing organized commander formats. No foil. So it's not impossible to be able to play people. Something I want to do for myself this year is actually go to more like Friday Night Magic, do more in-person drafts and events. I really want to get my Pioneer deck together and play on Pioneer. However, the only store around me that has organized Pioneer does them on Sundays at like 4 p.m. and that's when I stream, which is a bummer. Grey Merchant of the Asphodel. I wasn't huge on this guy when I first saw him, but having it played against me in limited a few times, much better than I expected. Dream Shaper Shaman. I haven't used it yet. No idea if it's any good. Thernody Singer is okay. Stream me playing it at an event? I would if the place was cool with it and I could easily set it up. Rare card. Elspeth Conquers Death. Oh, this is a... I love that they brought Sagas back. I thought Sagas were a really cool new idea that they had from Dominaria. But, dang. If you get this in your limited pool, play it. It's so good. Gets rid of an opponent's card and gets you back a creature or planeswalker, only it's bigger. That's like just pure advantage. That's probably the best saga. Second best saga. The best saga is the Kiora one. No foil. Ooh, Eutropha, the twice favored. This is another one of those limited cards that can really win you the game. It's a 2/2 for 3 mana, but anytime an enchantment enters the battlefield, enchantment creature or aura, whatever, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature, and it gets flying until end of turn. So you make them bigger, and you got some evasion. Wolf Willow Haven. I actually like this guy. He reminds me of Wild Growth from the original set, where it's 1 and a green to put on one of your lands, and it taps for an extra green mana. But you can also pay 5 and sacrifice this to get a 2/2 wolf, if, you know, things aren't looking great for you. Heliod's Punishment. This is a weird pseudo enchantment removal because it puts 4 counters on them, and they can't do anything while they have counters on them, but the creature can tap itself to remove a counter. So very slowly we'll get the punishment off of them. Alshen Sorain, thanks for that resub. I appreciate it. Rare card. Oh, Thrix the Sudden Storm. This guy's great. A 4/5 flying with flash, which is ridiculous. An instant speed 4/5 flying. And he also makes it so that spells that you cast with converted mana cost 5 or higher cost less and can't be countered. Showing up in Constructed? You know, maybe. Is this a common or uncommon? It's a common. No foil. Balangard. Thanks for that Twitch Prime resub. Hey, you just got yourself a bronze shirt. Congratulations. Move the black over so it's less glary. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Some more uncommons. Rise of Glory. Again, limited card is solid. Either gets you back 1 good creature or gets you back a creature and potentially an aura. Another Wolf Willow Haven. Elspeth's Nightmare. This is another solid saga card. For 3 mana, it comes into play, destroys target creature and opponent controls with power 2 or less. So if you play this on curve, good. Then you get to reveal their hand, choose a non-creature, non-land card, and discard that card. So now you're getting card advantage. And then Chapter 3 is exile their graveyard, which in this limited format matters. So, solid. And rare card, Eidolon of Obstruction. Oh, yeah, this is the 2/1 first strike for 2. And makes the loyalty abilities of planeswalkers your opponents control cost 1 more to activate. In limited, that part won't really matter. However, a 2/1 first strike for 2 mana is fine. I like that one. Carnahan, thanks for that tier 2 resub. That still affects the spell if the ability drops the cost below the threshold. Are you talking about Thrix? If you're talking about Thrix, yes. Swamp. No foil. What's the difference between limited and constructed? Constructed is when you like take a bunch of cards and you build a deck. Like, oh, I got cards from this set, I got cards from the previous sets, etc., etc. So constructed is like standard, pioneer, modern, where you just build a deck with whatever cards are available throughout the years. Whereas limited is you get the cards right then and there, and you have to build a deck right from it. Like sealed is where they give you 6 boosters, you have to build a deck or draft those are, that's limited. I personally like limited the best. Alright, cool uncommons. Oh, here's the regular Onyx compared to our fancy colored one. Wherever you went. He's somewhere out there. Another Acolyte of Affliction. Soul Guide Lantern. Rare card. Hooah! The Storm Herald, a 3/2 for 3 with haste. And when you enter the battlefield, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to creatures you control. And then at your end step, exile those auras. That's okay. It's more or less a 3/2 for a 3/2 haste for 3. And then if you have not enough beneficial auras, he can matter late game, but then they get exiled. So that's not one of those flash in the pan kind of advantages. Not much to usually not much to turn the game around. Hey, okay, foil pack. Alright, we still haven't got any foil rares or mythic rares yet. A Devourer of Memory. This guy can make himself unblockable for 1 blue and a black. This is actually a card that I find is better to play later in the game rather than right away on turn 2. Because you're not going to block with it, so it's not protecting you. And you're not gonna, and you're still developing, so you're not going to be spending mana to make him unblockable. So he's better at like turn 7 or 8. When you just need to get in there for unblockables. Blood of Spirit. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and then you can pay 2 and tap him to sacrifice a creature or enchantment for him to deal 1 damage to target creature, and he can't block that turn. Plus, he gets a +1/+1 counter. I wasn't huge on this card when I first saw it. I had it played against me. Better than I thought. Alright, so we got a rare and the foil. We'll do the rare first, which is Storm's Wrath. 2 red. Deal 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Just a big old bzzzt to everything on the field. That's pretty cool. Foil? Oh, foil Mirror Shield. That actually is pretty cool looking. It's an uncommon at least. Got a lot of foil uncommons today. That's pretty cool. God damn it. Keep making these boosters harder to open. Little side perforations don't work. Okay. No foil. I did go to the pre-release. Didn't go great. I went 1 and 2. I don't mind losing, but when it's losing from like non-interactive or variants, like basically I got mana screwed quite a bit. It was just not fun. Shimmering Chimera. So he's a 3/2 flying for 4 mana, which is on curve. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you can return up to 1 other target enchantment you control to its owner's hand. This is a big deal because 1, he can't bounce himself. 2, it's up to 1, so you could choose to do no enchantment, which a lot of players kept missing. The Birth of Meletis. This is okay. It's a 2 mana saga. Search your library for planes, get a wall, and then gain 2 life. For 2 mana, something. The Stinging Lionfish. Fishy. Rare card. Woo! Alternate Art Ashiok. Holy shit! Oh, that's a big one. It's not foil, but that's really good. Oh, fuck. Insta-sleeve. Insta-sleeve. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that's awesome. I have no idea what's actually worth valued at right now, but this is an alternate art Planeswalker for Ashiok. Well, it looks really cool. Dang. Dude, that's awesome. So we got Heliod and this Ashiok. It's a pretty good box. Dang. If it was foil, it would have been like, delicious. But still very good. I think that's actually my first alternate art Planeswalker. Never got one before that. That's my first one. Yeah, and it's blue-black, which is my colors. Even though I'm usually more of a Tezzeret guy than an Ashiok guy. Goes around 50 bucks right now. Sick. Can I get another one of those, please? No foil. Sniff a pack. Oh, it's still good. Lux Supreme 76, thank you for subscribing. Button up your blue shirt. Enjoy your emotes. Appreciate you choosing to subscribe to me. Alright. Hero Nyxborn. 1 red when a white for a 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 white human soldier token. So you get 3 power, 3 toughness, spread across 2 bodies. So, solid. And then whenever you cast a spell that targets him, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Ooh. Feather is still a thing, right? Potential there. Minions return. Tune a black to flash and enchant a creature. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. When you're out there playing limited, don't forget that you can cast this on your opponent's creatures too. So if you got a combat situation set up and you're about to kill an opponent's creature, flash it onto the opponent's creature, it dies, and comes back under your control. Remember that. Yeah, Shoal Kraken. Look at this fucking kaiju-ass card. Literally shooting a mouth beam. And rare card. Nessian Boar. A 10/6 for 3 green. All creatures able to block them must do so. And whenever he becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller draws a card. I don't know how I feel about this one. I haven't seen it actually played out yet, but I feel like this just ends up giving your opponent too many cards. Unless you're able to like make it indestructible and you're just constantly wiping out his creatures. I feel like that one's too situational. I'm not crazy about it. It's not better than a Crawlworm. Again, I'll have to see how it actually plays out, but first impression isn't great. Embercleave the pig? I mean, Embercleave anything. Foil pack! Chrono Sticks with the resub. It says, I blessed this pack. Well, we got the foil, so it worked. Also, Jingo resubbed. I made a deck out of pure spite of the blue-black meta. Green-white flying with reach and indestructible cards. Hell yeah. Alright, so first off... Oh, damn, we got the alternate art Timurit. Chosen from death. It's a demigod. So he costs black with toughness equal to your devotion to black. So at the very minimum, he's a 2/2 on curve. And then you can pay 1 a black to exile up to 2 cards from graveyards. Graveyards. Yours, your opponent's, 1 of each. And you gain 1 life for each creature exiled this way. When you're playing limited and there's a bunch of, what you call them? Escape cards, this ends up mattering a lot. He's very good. Commanding Presence, sure is. Another Shoal Kraken. Okay, so we got a rare and a foil. Rare card. Oh, this is the foil. Sorry. Damn it. I always get these backwards for some reason. Impending Doom. It's a foil uncommon. A lot of foil uncommons. Rare card is Mantle of the Wolf. This card is ridiculous. This set just made like aura cards worth playing. For 4 mana, give an enchanted creature +4/+4. And then if this goes to the graveyard for any reason, you also get 2/2/2 wolves. So you give them 4 power, 4 toughness, and if the creature dies, 2 wolves show up, allowing you to retain that power and toughness. Very worth it. Damn, another foil pack? We're getting a crazy amount of foils. I feel like I heard someone saying they felt like they turned down the number of foils, but I feel like I'm getting an insane amount right now. Does anyone even go to Star City Games anymore? If you live on the East Coast, yes. Was it actually like the buy box promo? Nope, I got him out of my one of random booster. Another Elspeth's Nightmare. Regular Timuret, so we can actually see the differences between them. By the way, all of these demigod alternate arts are like the star constellations of them, which looks really cool. Furious Rise. Okay. So, the rare card is Arasta of the Endless Web. A 3/5 reach for 2 green, and whenever an opponent casts an instant or a sorcery spell, you get a 1/2 spider with reach, which is awesome. Foil card. Iroa's Blessing. It's a common. Rip. It's a good aura, though. What I think is the best way to make an escape deck is a Golgari, a mixture of 3 colors. If it's constructed, if you can work a 3rd color in there for extra power, it's usually worth it, but it seemed like most of the escape cards were green and black. Are you guaranteed an alternate art or 2 per box or something? Nope. It's actually less than that. I think like alternate art is like 1 in 8 boxes or something. Something along those lines. Nope. Is there a fox wolf demigod? I don't think so, no. Although it would have been cool if like one of the gods was an animal. Escape velocity. Siona, Captain of Pyleus. Again, if you're playing limited and you have enough aura cards to make her work, like 5 or 6, worth it. The Enemy of Enlightenment. Rare card. Oh, the Shadow Spear. I actually like this a lot because I've been trying to brew up my own artifact deck for Pioneer, and this is one I kind of had my eye on. It's a 1 mana artifact. Equip cost 2, so, you know, it's reasonable. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. And for 1 mana, permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So, and this doesn't even have to be equipped for that ability to go off. So it's like an improved detection tower. If anything else, more reliable than the detection tower because you're not getting like colorless mana out of it. So, I think the Shadow Spear is cool. Getting an alternate art foil, Lovestruck Beast is good then. If it's alternate art and foil, that's really good. Valuable, hard to say. Oh, I'm keeping this token. Here's the 8/8 token that you would get from Kiora Best, the Sea God. No foil. Check our uncommons. Rise to Glory. Messian Wanderer. Oh, Illyrios Enraptured. I love this guy. So he's 2 and a blue for a 2/3 creature, but he enters the battlefield tapped. And he doesn't untap so long as you control a reflection. But when he enters the battlefield, you create a 3/2 reflection. What's awesome about this is that for 3 mana, you essentially get 5 power and 5 toughness spread across 2 cards. And then as soon as you swap out or chump block or exchange out your reflection card from one of their creatures, then you get a 2/3 to also block with. That's great. And if you got ways of blinking him and creating additional reflections, awesome. I think he's great. Rare card. Oh, it's the black-red land. Do I actually care about card value? Do I ever sold cards? I have sold some. It's basically ones I ended up with a crap ton of. Like, I played a lot of Ravnica Sealed and got to the point where I had like 10 of the green-white dual lands. And I was like, I don't need that many. So I sold a couple off and used that money to play more limited at a Magic Fest. $10? Nope, 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 nope. Foil pack. It's good for trading. Yeah. If nothing else, like, it kind of helps you get an idea of what you should be trading for. I have not really sold cards, but I have like traded them for store credit to get cards that I want before. I've done that. Dream Shaper Shaman. Sweet Oblivion, which horrifying screaming faces. It's just a mill card. Not excited. Hydra's Growth. Rare card. Oh, it's Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. A mythic. Probably the most valuable mythic in this set because it's going to cause like... It's like Oko dangerous. This card is stupid. So for 1 green and blue, 3 mana total, he is a 6/6 creature. But when he enters the battlefield, unless you paid his escape cost, you have to sacrifice him. But when he enters the battlefield or attacks, one or the other, you gain 3 life and draw a card and may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, a 3 mana, you cast him, you gain life, you draw a card, and you can put down another land from your hand for ramp. He goes to the graveyard. If you were able to get that extra land played, chances are you have 4 mana in the battlefield to then escape him out. This is ridiculous. Like, if Oko wasn't banned and this guy was coming out, it would, like, the green-blue decks that were everywhere would be even worse than they are. Foil card. It's a goat man. Not exciting. But yeah, that one card alone just makes blue-green just so powerful. Even after all the bans they've done to green. Oh, here's the Ashiok's Nightmare card that he generates. Nope, no foil. Oko is a menace because you can get him out in turn 2. I mean, you could with Uro as well. Just the Golden Goose. Dreamstalker Manticore. Chainweb Arachnir. A 1/2 reach for 1 green mana is hilarious. But he can also escape for 5, which allows him to come back as a 4/5. Plus he does a fight when he enters the battlefield. Underworld Fires. Deals 1 damage to each target creature and each planeswalker, and then would exile if it kills them. Rare card. Nylea's Intervention? What is this one? X green green. Choose one. Search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, or deal X damage to each creature with flying. Oh, it's any land, not just basics. I guess it's a little better, but I don't know about that one. Again, from a limited standpoint, that's a sideboard card, I think. If they have a lot of flyers, you can hit them with it. You could use it to filter out, but I don't know about that one. Paying that much mana and not being able to affect the board that directly? It's kind of hard. Tentacle! Gonna hold... Oh, oh no! Ooh-woo! Please don't unfollow. Oh, foil pack though! Worth it. Where's the refund button for 26 months? Got him! Too bad. Alright. Siona. The Hateful Eidolon. This is the 1/2 lifelink for 1 black. Whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you controlled that was attached to it. So really, I'd maybe put 1 aura on him and that's it. Not super exciting. The Reverent Hoplite. This guy's weird. This is one of those limited cards where I'm really not sure if anyone has played with it. Please let me know, because this is one where I'm like, how good is this really? Because it's 4 and a white for a 1/2, but you get 1/1 white soldiers equal to your devotion to white. Is it like really good as a build around, or are you generally going to be paying like 5 mana for a 1/2 and 2 1/1s? Like, I can't tell if this is super worth it. Someone, if you've played with this card limited, let me know. Big 26 Shen with a reset. We got a foil Heliod from your box. Hype. Well done. Okay. Rare card. The Nyx Lotus. Foil card. Whoa! Foil Perkranos. Foil mythic rare. Bam! That makes up for this shit. Get that sleeve. Gentle now. Gentle now. Dude, these are some real sick, just real sick foils showing up. So if you haven't seen this card, this is another card where I'm looking at constructing, be like, this could be worth something. So for 2 black and a red, you get a creature with 6 +1/+1 counters. So a 6/6. Anytime this would take damage, instead of taking damage, you would prevent all of that and just remove 1 +1/+1 counter. So he like starts big and slowly shrinks down as he takes damage, but he's just a constant threat. And then and then for 3 mana, he could do a fight. So he's big, attacks, fight something already. You can remove the +1/+1 counter, prevent the damage, and he'll kill whatever he fights. And then you still got a big fucking zombie Hydra to deal with. Oh, it is? Yeah, remove that many +1/+1 counters. Oh, you're right. Not 1. Okay. Well, so not quite the Ugin's Conjurant, but still godly. More importantly, though, it has escape. And if you manage to escape with it, it comes out with 12 +1/+1 counters. Hell yeah. This is a fucking good box. Also, so let's talk about Nyx Lotus and why I don't like this. It's a 4 mana, enters the battlefield tapped. And then when you tap it, you choose a color and you add mana equal to your devotion to your mana pool. So, in what situation where that would be reliable and worth it for 4 mana just to get this card down and can't even immediately use it? Especially from a limited standpoint. Say you have like a devotion of 5 to black or something. And then you pay Nyx Lotus, you're like, ah, that gives me 5 black mana. At that point, what else are you casting from your hand? So from like a limited standpoint, or even like standard, Pioneer, I don't know about that one. Commander? I'm not a Commander player, so I couldn't tell you. But I believe you. What's Devotion? So Devotion is all your permanents that you have on the field. So as for like, well, what's your devotion to green? It's every one of these symbols in the upper right-hand corner on your battlefield right now. So every creature, every enchantment, every artifact potentially, you just count those symbols up and that's your devotion. So some creatures have multiples of that. Ooh, foil pack! Yeah, I just think Nyx Lotus is too situational. Unless you like build around it and construct it and you're playing like a lot of like X blue or X red cards, maybe, I guess. But it still requires you to have like a lot of permanents out with that. So if you're getting like blown out and you have none, well then you paid 4 mana to do nothing. Do lands count to devotion? They don't, because lands don't have any symbols for their casting costs up here. All right. Skophos Maze Warden. He's a 3/4 for 4 mana who can pay 1 mana to give him +1/-1, which in limited I've actually got to use before. Ends up being kind of okay, but then if you have the rare land to go with him, he gets an upside. I mean, the chances of you having both are pretty slim, but on his own, he's okay. Does every pack come with a full art land? Yes, it does. Oh, we got the blue demigod with the alternate art, and it looks really cool. Calliphy, Blood of the Sea. So she has power equal to your devotion to blue, right? And she has 2 blue symbols up here. So at minimum, she has at least 2 power. And she makes it so all your creatures and enchantments cost an additional 1 mana to be targeted by your opponent. Agonizing Remorse. Oh, I accidentally revealed the rare, but that's fine. The first Iroan Games. This saga. I haven't used it before. So, tuna green. Turn 1, create a 1/1 human soldier. Okay. Turn 2, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. So, potentially the human soldier or anything else you got out there. Turn 3, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw 2 cards. That's awesome. And at turn 4, create a gold token. And the gold token was just like an artifact that you can sacrifice to add 1 mana. That's actually pretty solid. I like it. I think it's the draw 2 cards that makes me like it a lot. Foil card? Bird. It's just a seagull. It's a seagull getting a fish. That's all you need. So gold is treasure? Yes, but gold doesn't need to be tapped to sacrifice it. And it's also different in a way that some cards care about specific treasure cards and not gold. You already got an Ashiok Nightmare Muse, your most anticipated ban. You think he's going to get banned? I don't think he's going to get banned. I also got Ashiok. It's the full alternate art, though. Tenth card. Nope. No foil. All right. Oh, here's that Triumph of Annex Saga. This is another one that I don't think is all that great for limited. The Nessian Horn Beetle, though, yeah, because he can build up real fast. Glimpse of Freedom. Oh, this is another one of those instant or limited cards where I don't know if this is actually worthwhile or not. For 1 in blue, instant speed, draw a card, and then you can escape for 3 and exile 5 other cards to do it again. I don't think, unless I have like a red-blue deck that really cares about casting stuff on your opponent's turns, I'm not crazy about that one. I really like the one that's like draw 3 cards and discard an enchantment. Rare card. Treacherous Blessing. Oh, yeah. Again, another one in limited where I don't know how I feel about this unless I actually saw it played. So it's a 2 to black for an enchantment and it enters the battlefield. You draw 3 cards. Black, like card draw like that? Hell yeah. But whenever you cast a spell, lose a life. Any spell. And then if it becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. So like the draw 3 part, awesome. Losing a life for casting spells, less awesome. Potentially you could include it if you got the I don't even know if there are like black creatures that have the sacrifice a enchantment like that. There's some sacrifice other creatures, but I don't know about enchantments. Yeah, potentially you can include it in a build around, but I don't know. Important of Betrayal, just a lot of stuff. Yeah, all right, lots of stuff. Red Black has a sack theme in limited. I think I would need to see some of the red sack cards, 'cause I don't know if I have. Alright. Uncommons. Oh, Dragon Underworld's awesome. 2 black, cost 2x less, where X is your devotion to black. So, for 4 mana, instant speed, destroy target creature. That's awesome. And if you have any black permanents out, it just is cheaper. This is one of the best removal spells right now. Underworld Dreams, black. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that it deals 1 damage to that player. If you could somehow curve out with this, it gets real mean. I had that happen to me at my pre-release. One with the Stars. Enchant creature or enchantment. Enchanted permanent is an enchantment and loses all other card types. So you can actually hit creatures with this, and it more or less banishes them. If they have any activated abilities, they can still use it, but it more or less banishes them. Rare card. The green-red Scryland. You can sack it to Doom Foretold. Scrymia River, the Riley Knight podcast. Oh, here's the reflection for that 1/2/3 guy who can't untap unless he loses all his reflections. I don't know if you guys got to see this yet, but I'll point it out just because I think it looks cool. Let's find them real fast. So if you look at these arts side by side, so here's the guy who can't look away from his own reflection, right? And then here's the reflection card. They're literally like staring at each other through the reflections. Like, here's normal dude. There's normal dude. There's weird, like, scary kind of demon-looking guy in the reflection. There's scary demon guy looking at his reflection. That's cool art. Ooh, foil pack! Find you someone the way that Alarios looks at himself. some more limited advice. If you're playing green, main board Return to Nature. You won't regret it. Slaughter Priest of Mogus. So this is one of the sacrifice cards that we're talking about. Mystic Repeal. Put target enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library. That's actually not bad. Because if it's in the graveyard, they have a better chance of getting it out. Another Heliod's Punishment. Hey, Paul the Pole. Thanks for that $5 GP toss. You're going to need more booster packs? Sure am. Alright. Rare card is the Protean Thaumaturge. I have not seen this yet. 1 in a blue for a 1/1. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Protean Thaumaturge become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. That's actually kind of cool. That's pretty cool. So what's important about that is that it's target creature, not target creature you control. So you can actually hit one of your opponent's creatures with this. And it's a May. So if another enchantment enters the battlefield, you don't have to do it again. You can just stay whatever creature. So I feel like that's one that can slowly build up over time and just become a copy of whatever else it is you need. Foil card is a Centaur. Dumb. Just a common. Mystic Repeal also works well against the Mythic Indestructible Devotion enchantments. Oh yeah, especially the gods. I think I would main more than that. Oh, we got another reflection. 10. No foil. I don't like these. The Irreverent Revelers. 2 in a red for a 2/2. Either destroy target artifact or gain haste. There's like so few artifacts. You're not going to get that part. And the haste only helps you once. They're paying a lot of mana for a not very good creature. Just that mana advantage, you know? Like you're paying 3 mana for something and get beat by 2 or even potentially 1 mana. What formats do I play? I like Limited the best. I also do Standard, and I've been brewing up some Pioneer. Haven't actually played any Pioneer yet, but I really, really want to. Hey, a second Mystic Repeal. Sick. Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. Not the alternate art, though. Get with it, dude. I've got the other ones. Another Hydra's Growth. Welcome back, Mentally Wrong. Rare card. Hey, Mythic Rare, Ox of Agonis. This is one where this is one of those cards where I'm like, is this a red mono red card? So it's a 4/2 for 5 mana, which power and toughness wise isn't great. But when he enters the battlefield, you discard your hand and draw 3 cards. And if he's the last card in your hand, you just get to draw 3 cards. And then you can also pay only 2 red and exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. 8's a lot. But then you get to escape them, which allows you to get another 3 cards. And he gets a +1/+1 counter. So that's one of those. This is one where I'm like, is this like a potential mono red? Yeah, I think you're the least exciting Mythic Rare we got, so I'm gonna put you back behind all these other hotnesses. Nope, no Mythic. And put those commons away. Uncommons. The Nyx Herald. Oh, what is this? I actually read this. In the beginning of combat on your turn, targeted enchanted creature or enchantment creature gets +1/+1 and gains trample to end a turn. That's awesome. So he can hit himself? That's really good. Another Underworld Dreams. Commanding Presence. Rare card. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. The legendary Elder Giant. Another Mythic Rare. Oh, no, I've seen this guy. This guy looks terrifying. For 1 black and 1 red, he's a 6/6. But, much like Uro, you have to sacrifice it right away. But, whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, both, each opponent discards a card. And if each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card loses 3 life. So basically, if they discard a land, they're fine. If they discard something that, sorry, I got that backwards. So if they discard anything that's not a land, they will lose 3 life. Did I get that right? No. Who didn't discard a non-land card. So if I put that away. Yeah, okay. So if you put away, basically if you put away a good card, you lose 3 life. And then his exile cost is black, black, red, red, and 5 other cards. Yeah, so they basically have to put away something that they want. We still have a fair amount of boosters left. Could we get another mythic before it's all over? One of the mythics is a foil. So that's 1 more than we typically would get on average. No foil. Ah! Dropping cards. Why can't I hold all these magic cards? Uncommons. Ooh, the Entrancing Lyre. Very good card. Pay X and tap target creature with power X or less. And it doesn't untap as long as Entrancing Lyre remains tapped. And you can choose to not untap this at your untap step. So, you could use it to tap down your opponent's biggest creature. And if something bigger comes out, you can tap down that some. Rare card? Archon of Sun's Grace. Oh, this is actually a really good limited card. A 2 white for a 3/4 flying lifelink. And then Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink. And if you manage to play any other enchantment while this is on the battlefield, you get a 2/2 flying Pegasus token that has lifelink because he's out. The Lyre good. In limited, yes, absolutely. I would take other removal before that for sure. But if you open your seal pool and there's a Lyre in there, I would not be upset. Constructed, too slow. Not worth it. Is this an uncommon? It is not. Yeah, Field of Ruin got reprinted. Furious Rise. Oh, the Thundering Chariot. I'm glad they're able to keep some vehicles around. It's a 3/3 first strike trample haste with the crew cost of 1. Could be worthwhile in like a white-red aggro deck. Another Lagona. Rare card. Oh, the Labyrinth of Skolphos. So it's a colorless land, but you can pay 4 mana and tap this to remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. So it also helps protect you. That's another card that I would absolutely would love to see in my limited pool. No foil? You did not read the ore blocking on that before? Yeah, I think it's the ore blocking part that's huge. So, If you're like ahead and you're applying pressure, you can remove their best blocker or their favorable blocks to keep putting on pressure. Or if you're behind, you can protect yourself by taking away their best attacker. I like it a lot. Another Slaughter Priest. Another Drag to the Underworld. Another One with the Stars. Rare card. Allure of the Unknown. There's no way this card's worth playing, right? There's no way this is worth playing. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. An opponent picks one and can play that card without casting it, without paying its mana cost. You do get all the other cards in your hand, so you would get a total of 5 cards, but your opponent takes the best card. I don't understand. Joke's on you, my whole deck sucks. So you get 5 shit cards and they get the least shit card? I don't understand. I'm going to play it once. I'm going to get it. I'm going to play it. I'll be like the asshole who shows up and windmill slams dubious challenge. Same thing here. Excuse me. No foil. If I was at like a Grand Prix and it was like the last turbo night of the draft and that showed up in the draft, I would take it just because it's like the last draft of the weekend. Fuck it. It'll be funny. I actually did that once. I think when it was out at the... I forget which Magic Fest, but it was the last draft of the entire weekend. Dubious Challenge was passed to me, and I took it and I splashed green just to play Dubious Challenge. Rare card. The Nightmare Shepherd. 2 black for a 4/4 flyer. That's fucking powerful. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, you get a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and a nightmare in addition to its other types. God damn. This is another limited, very good card. A 4/4 flyer for 4 already? Stupid powerful. And if they try to do anything to take out... Oh, it has to be another non-token creature. You can exile it instead. It exiles it, so you can't get it back. But you get a 1/1 duplicate instead, so you keep a creature in play plus all his abilities. And if it's got powerful enter the battlefield effects, even better. I haven't played against it at all, but I could see it being a problem. Nightmare Shepherd plus the Grey Merchant. That's funny. I had not thought of that, but that's funny. Yeah, if you get 2 out, they protect each other. You know, if you happen to get 2 rares of the same thing in your packs, that's amazing. Theros Beyond Brawler, a 4/4 for 6 mana that fights when it enters the battlefield. Metamized Prophecy. Rare card. The Green-White land. So I'm only missing one of the Scry lands. What would I say is my most unpopular gaming opinion? Is that what we're going to do today? We're going to fight? Wolf. Is this uncommon? It's not. We're drying up in the foils. Reach the bottom of the box. Warden of the Chain is a 4/4 trample for 3 mana. You can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. But he can block. So a 4/4 for 3. I like it. Renata, Call to the Hunt. This is the other demigod creature. Not the Constellation version, but it's fine. Each other creature you enter the battlefield... Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, though. That's solid. Oh, this guy's awesome. He's a 1/1 lifelink for 1 white mana. But more importantly, he's also got lifelink for whatever reason. But you can sacrifice him to give another creature or enchantment you control protection from color of your choice until end of turn. Beautiful protection creature. Rare card. Phoenix of Ash. 1 red for 2/2 flying haste that can pump itself and has escaped to come on back with a +1/+1 counter. Solid. Solid card. Just got a couple boosters left in this box. Oh, foil pack! Finally! It's been a while. This is only one opened? Yeah. It's been a good box. Oh, I like this Careless Celebrant a lot. It's a 2/1 for 1 and a red. And when it dies, deal 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So it can block in such a way it can take out something with 4 toughness. Very easy to trade up with that card. Setessan Petitioner, no. Sage of Mysteries. Weak mill card. Okay. Rare card is the Woe Strider. It's a 3/2 for 2 and a black. When he enters the battlefield, it comes with a goat. Sacrifice another creature, scry 1. And he can escape with 2 +1/+1 counters. I like him. He's not going to win you games or anything, but he's going to help you get there. Foil card! A foil rare! Shatter the Sky. 2 white. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card. Then destroy all creatures. A Wrath of God, more or less. And if you happen to have a 4 power or greater creature, you get to draw a card. If your opponent does, they do as well. But generally speaking, you're still wiping the board. That's a big deal. All right. Last booster of the box. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Foil pack! Hell yeah! Got a foil for the last pack of the box. Another foil mythic. Transcendent Envoy. Need fucking sword. Alright. Make it happen. Staggering Insight for blue and a white. I actually like this card a lot. It's like Curious Obsession, but with lifelink. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, has lifelink, and whenever deals damage to a player, draw a card. Put that on a flyer like a Vexing Gull that you flash in. Heroes of Revel. Hero of the Winds. Alright, rare card is Tiburet Calls the Dead. It's another saga where you put the top 3 cards of your library, then you can exile a creature or enchantment to get a 2/2 black zombie. And then at turn 3 with this out, you gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. With this particular set, it's generally going to be 2. You'll probably gain 2 life and scry 2, which is okay. I think it's actually better to play later in the game when you've got more stuff in the graveyard, because you can exile some stuff you don't care about just to get some more 2/2s. And get the extra scries. Foil card, though. Whoa! Foil Mythic Rare Calyx Destiny's Hand alternate art? What the fuck? What the fuck is this box? Woo! Woo! Holy shit! Sleeving right away. What's the value on this guy right now? I know he's not as high as Ashiok, but still. Damn, dude. 2 foil mythics in 1 box? God damn. The thing is, as a card, he's not great. But hey, I got him. That's pretty cool. Maybe Commander? I don't know. I've never gotten a foil alternate art, let alone the alternate art for Ashiok either, but that's so cool. Now, if I can get alternate art Elspeth in the other box, I'll have collected them all. TCG player says 23-26 for the foil. For the alternate foil? When in doubt, Commander. That was kind of my thought, Glime. It's like, surely someone would play this in Commander. I know, Quantum. I just mean, like, Commander players love having shiny decks. This is a known fact. Alright, but overall, damn, this is an impressive box. These are probably, these are like 5 like real standout mythics. Plus a couple other solid mythics and a foil rare. Dang. What a good box. That was box 1. Don't all players love shiny decks? I don't care about having my cards foiled out from my decks. I mean, I also don't have a commander deck that I'm trying to foil out. That's it. Would I foil out my Pioneer deck? Oh, probably still not. I just want to play. Dang, though. That was a good fucking box. Feel pretty good after that one. We doing a quick break? Yeah, we'll do a quick break. I'm going to use the bathroom. And we'll keep going on boxes after that. As I got one more box to go. So, we put some of my garbage away. It will be tough to top this box. Absolutely. So that said, I am going to quick use the bathroom. And then we'll open up this one. Everyone take a stretch. I'll be right back. I'm going to run some ads in the meantime. Hope you don't mind. Thanks for hanging out with me while opening boxes. I hope it's fun for you guys like it is for me. All right. All right. Be right back, everybody. All right, thanks for waiting, everybody. All right. Let's just keep fucking going. Next box. By the way, how hyper was it that this foil alternate art mythic rare showed up in the last pack of the previous box? Perfect. This box will definitely not be anywhere near as good as this one. But here we go. There we go. There's all our boosters. Excuse me. Well, let's go. How many boosters are in a box? 36. So what are we still looking for? More Heliod? Foil Heliod? Elspeth? The other gods? No foil in this pack. The Kraken card? Yeah, we do need to get the Kiora Best the Sea God. Do need that. I've got a Grey Merchant. Thenodi Singer. Favored of Iroas. First rare card is another Elspeth Conquers Death. Excellent. Chippy Ace with 100 bits. Bits for luck. Borderless foil Calyx is worth about 40 bucks. Tight. Tenth card is a common, so it is not a foil. That back, there we go. We have a Shimmering Chimera, another Fateful End. Another Hero of the Winds. This card was weird to me. There's another one, like, I'm not super sure how often this is worthwhile to play. It's a 1/4 flying for 4 mana. Whenever you cast a spell that targets that creature, all creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn. I just feel like that's not quite enough. Anyway, rare card. Rare card's another Ashiok. Ba-bam! Not quite as cool as my alternate art Ashiok, but still Ashiok. Leave that bad boy up. Boom. I guess I'm making an Ashiok deck. They'll probably be alright in standard. Yeah, let's kind of see it. I see it as being alright. No tentacle. No foil here. Alright. Got our Staggering Insight, a Thundering Chariot, a Pharika's Spawn. Rare card. Another Treacherous Blessing. That was that draw 3 enchantment. Any showcase cards besides Calyx? Yes. Ashiok. Don't you mean Tentacle Uwu? God damn it. We love chilling here, watching card pack openings. Yeah, it's pretty chill. As long as you're getting enjoyment out of it, that's great. No foil. Another Nessian Horn Beetle. Another Mirror Shield. Another Inevitable End. Rare card. Galia the Endless Dance. I have not seen this or played this yet, but it's red and a green for 2/2 haste. Legendary Satire. Other satires you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I don't know how many other satyrs you could get showing up that would get the +1/+1 and haste in there. But it's fine. Hey, Tony Bambrick, thanks for that Twitch Prime resub. And leveling up to a bronze shirt. Appreciate the 3 months. Still no foil. Riptide Turtle. Some other shit. Theros Beyond Brawler. Regular Timuret, and Elspeth's Nightmare, with the rare being another Bronze-Hide Lion. Another Reflection. Oops. Dang, no foil. The Destiny Spinner. I actually like this card for limited as well. For 1 and a green, you get a 2/3, which is solid. Creatures and enchantment spells you control can't be countered. Not as important. But for late game, for 3 and a green, you can make a target land you control become an XX Elemental, where X is your number of enchantments you control, and she's at least 1. So you can turn your lands into attacking creatures. They have trample and haste, so you can make them attacking creatures, or should things become dire, blockers. Another Underworld Dreams. Rare card is another Archon of Sun's Grace. These packages are so more annoying to open than before. Ugh. Nope, no foil. The Nyxborn Colossus. 3 green, green, green for a 6/7. That's too much green. Another Heroes of Revel. Banishing Light. Glimpse of Freedom. Wait, was this a foil? Did I miscount? I think I miscounted. This might be a foil pack. Nope. I just left a comment in there on accident. That Traveler's Amulet is not the rare. It's Island of Obstruction, that 2/1 first strike. Box is starting slow. It sure is. I mean, we got an Ashiok, which is fine. But it certainly is not bringing the hype quite like the first box did, that's for sure. 10th card. Still common. Another Utopia. Triumph of Annex. Cling to Dust. For 1 black mana instant speed, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card. I actually like that. I would play this. Other cards I would play over it, but I wouldn't feel bad having it in my deck. Especially if I'm playing against something that has a lot of escape cards. I like it. Rare card is the green-red land. Our second one. It's never bad to get the lands. Because these get reprinted all the time. So at some point, you'll be able to use them again. Common or uncommon? Uncommon! There we go. We finally got a foil pack. It's going to be a common foil. So temper your expectations now. But it's been so long. Another Clothis, Shoal, Hateful Eidolon. Oops. Rare card is another Taumaturge. Foil card. Oh, it's an uncommon. I was close. That was close. Just an uncommon. But it's a Lagana band storyteller, so it's not really all that exciting. What's the deal with splitting the deck before checking? What do you mean splitting the deck before checking? I don't follow the question. No cards like this. How do you know what is coming by the 10th card? So every booster pack has 10 commons. However, if you open up your pack and there's only 9 commons, that means they release the 10th common card with a foil. So like right now, I can go down 10 cards. At least 9 cards will all be common. So like common, 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 common. One more, common. Now, if this card is a common, nothing exciting. But if it's uncommon, we have a foil. And it's a common, so there's no foil in this pack. It's just a means of, you don't have to do that. I just do that to help make the streams more exciting. Got a lot of Sionas. Hateful Eidolon. Reverent Hoplite. Rare card. Erebos' Intervention. Every color in this set got an X in one spell. This one is target creature gets -X till end of turn. You gain X life. So you can kill something and gets around indestructible. And you gain life off of it. Or you can exile up to twice X cards from graveyards. So in case you need to wipe out their graveyard to stop them from doing some escape shit. Can you tell what kind of card that foil is going to be based on the rarity of the 10th card? Nope. The rarity of the foil card is just random. So I have no way to really know. 9, 10. No foil. Might be getting good on my commons though, so I may not be sorting those anymore. Speed these things up a bit. A Slaughter Priest, a Destiny Spinner, Birth of Meletis, and the Green-White Land, another one. Here. 10th card, common. No foil. Rip. Here are the Nyxborn. Nessian Wanderer. Actually, I don't think I've seen this one yet. So 1/3 for 1 and a green. With Constellation, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them and put it in your hand. Oh, I actually like that for each Constellation. Heliod. And another Storm's Wrath. That's one that deals 4 damage to every creature in Planeswalker. Remember, it's every creature, so it hits your own too. Which is kind of a bummer. But if you're behind on red, that helps a lot. Tenth card. Uncommon. There we go. Foils are happening. Blood of Spirit. Soul Guide Lantern. Agonizing Remorse. Rare card. Oh, it's another one of those Mantle of the Wolves, like the enchantment aura that gives a creature +4/+4 and then explodes into wolves if it dies. With the foil card being... Oh, a foil Nightmare Shepherd. That's a foil rare. We'll count that. Hell yeah. The other box only had 1 foil rare and 2 mythic foils, so we'll see if this one can top that. Tenth card. Hey, uncommon. More foils. Another Devourer of Memory. The Dreamshaper Shaman. Alarios. Rare. It's a Storm Herald. Foil. That is a common. That happened at some point. Rip. Where's that foil Heliod? No foil Heliod. Just regular type so far. Not in the first box, though. This is the box 2 cards. Nightmare Shepherd showing up in a lot of standard archetypes. I could see that for sure. No foil. You think Ashok is going to skyrocket in price as soon as the set is legal and standard? Well, pretty much already is, more or less. Like, just hop on Arena. Already is. He's basically the next Teferi Hero of Dominaria. I don't know if I'd go that far. Teferi Hero of Dominaria is, like, up there. Mystic Repeal. Hydra's Growth. Underworld Dreams. And... oh, this is Tessin Champion. This was my pre-release foil. So he's a 1/3 for 3 mana. But with Constellation, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, he gets a +1/+1 counter. And you draw a card. It's that draw a card part that really makes him worth playing. I think in my pre-release event, I got him up to a 4/6 at some point. But again, it was mostly the card draw that was helping me a lot. Nope, no foil. Whoopsie doodle. Fix that. Oh, the regular Caliphie. Chainweb Arachneer. Sea God Scorn. How did I do at pre-release? Not great. Went 1 and 2. First 2 matches had some real bad mana problems. Also, my game 1 opponent had Ashiok. Rare card. Oh, another Shadow Spear. Sick. No foil. I feel like Shadow Spear could end up being some pretty worthwhile, maybe even like sideboard tech to help deal with indestructible stuff. Thank God Carnage Tyrant isn't a thing anymore. Daxos, Nyx Herald, Commanding Presence. And the Nadir Kraken! Finally, I love this guy. 1 blue for 2/3. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and you get a tentacle. That's fun. Ah, foil pack. Rise to Glory. Drag to the Underworld. One with the Stars. The rare card. Oh, Dream Trawler. This thing is so expensive. 2 white, blue. But the thing is, like, this card is nigh unkillable. It's 3/5 flying lifelink. Pretty good. But whenever you draw a card, he gets +1/+0 till end of turn. So, on your turn, you attack with it, it's a 4/5. But whenever he attacks, you draw a card. So he's attacking it as a minimum a 5/5 flying lifelink. And as you draw cards, you can just discard a card to give it hexproof till end of turn. It's ridiculous. Like, it's drawing you supplies for your own hexproof. Like, if you're facing an opponent with that, it's so hard to deal with. The mana cost is rough because it's double white, double blue. But goddamn. Foil card. Omen of the Sea. Common. Yeah. And it has lifelink. It doesn't need the lifelink. Like, it was already like good enough without the freaking lifelink. This had to make it just a little bit better. Omen of the Sea is nice. It's my favorite of the omens. But not exactly an exciting foil. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a foil pack, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. Hell yeah. Alright. Acolyte of Affliction. Annex. Dawn Evangel. Rare card is an Ashiok's Eraser. Foil card is a dumb. Ooh, it's a lot of foil commons showing up in this one. Ooh, foil pack! This is where all the foils were, buried halfway through the box. As we get through some repeating uncommon cards. Rare card. The Gravebreaker Lamia. This was in my pre-release pool. A 5 mana for 4/4 lifelink, which is solid. But you get to search your battlefield for any card and then put it into your graveyard. And then spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less. So, if you have a lot of escape creatures, the Lamia helps you find them and gets them into the graveyard for you so you can actually cast them. Again, yeah, I speak strictly from like a limited setting. Not really talking a whole lot about constructed. Foil card. Foil common. Alright. Nope, no rare. Or no foil, sorry. Rise to Glory, Setessan Petitioner, Inevitable End, and another Phoenix of the Ash. Solid. Again, like mono red aggro, like Phoenix is going to be up there. I think I hate these new boosters. Ugh. Ugh. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th card is a common. No foil. The Willow Haven. Minions return. Hydra's Growth. Good rare card though. Shadow of the Sky. Oh, this is at Wrath of God, but a non-foil version of it. You're preferring Theros till a drain, I think. I haven't got to do a whole lot of any Theros drafts yet, but it probably won't take it much for me to like it more than Eldraine. Tenth card, uncommon, foil happening. Okay. Warden of the Chain, Entrancing Lyre, Alcide's Life Bounty. Rare card. Oh, it's Thassa! There we go! Finally, a mythic rare shows up. It's been so long, and it's Thassa. 3 and a blue for a 6/5 indestructible enchantment creature. But if your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. But at the beginning of your end step, you can exile one other creature you control and then put it back onto the battlefield right away. So you can start blinking your own stuff. That's important because it gets rid of any possible aura removal spells they could play on your things. Or you can blink some really powerful enter the battlefield effects. Foil card is, foil Caliphate. Ooh, that's actually a pretty foil. I like that one. Do I play anything crazy like Modern? Not Modern. I am making Pioneer, though. Yeah, exactly, Hatterini. If you temporarily steal an opponent's creature and you then blink it, you have it like permanently. Nope. Heroes, Mystic Repeal, One with the Stars. Rare card. Hey, it's a regular Calyx. Another mythic rare. I would prefer an Elspeth because I don't have her yet. But we'll count it. It is a mythic. So my other box had the alternate arts of both Ashiok and Calyx. And this box has gotten the regular versions. Oh, and this one's the foil, in case you missed it. What are my sleeves of choice? I use Dragon's Shield. My main deck is Silver Matte. My limited is Magenta. And then I also have greens for green and blue for other additional decks. Yeah. No foil. Granada. Underworld Fires. Phalanx Tactics. And another Protean Thaumaturge. This is the guy who can become other creatures as enchantments enter the battlefield on your side. Calyx isn't wearing enough clothing. I don't know. I think he's doing all right. There's a gold artifact. Gold token. 10th card is not foil. Another Thundering Chariot. Another alternate Annex. Farika Spawn. Rare card. is another Timeret Calls the Dead. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there we go. Foil box. Or foil pack. God, so many Sionas. Scophos, Minimize Prophecy. Rare card. Haktos, the Unscarred, which I actually had gotten one from my prize booster from the pre-release, so I've actually got two of him. This is a weird one. It's red, red, white, white, and he has to attack each turn if he's able to. But when he enters the battlefield, you choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. He has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number. Other than. And more importantly, that also counts for yourself too. So it's potential for him to have protection from your own pump spells. So he's kind of weird. I haven't played with him though, so maybe he's better than I realize. Foil card. There's a thrill of possibility. The thrill of possible foil cards sure was thrilling, and then it being stupid. How many packs are we down to? Not many left. Not a super exciting box, I can tell you that. $10. Okay, more foils. The foils are showing up now. Acolyte, Sweet Oblivion, Laguna Band Storyteller. Rare card is an Eat to Extinction. This card is horrifying if you ever look at the art. 4 mana, instant speed to exile target creature or planeswalker. Awesome. Instant speed exile. Very good. And then you can look at the top card of your library, and you may put that card into your graveyard. So it's like a... Oh, that's just, what you call it? Surveil. What's creepy about this is that he's got like a big old scary mouth, and he's grabbing this dude's legs, but between his fingers is also mouths. So, you know. And we've got a foil card, which is Underworld Dreams. It's uncommon at least, not common, but... No foil. Furious Rise, Commanding Presence, Sweet Oblivion. Alpaca with the resub. And this rare is... Polochronos Unchained. Non-foil version, but we got a foil version of that in our previous box. But boom, just got a second one. Which could potentially help me build my green-black standard deck. Another mythic rare, though. We still don't have Elspeth. And we still don't have Kiora Bess, the Sea God, for our mythics. Okay, another foil pack. Drag to the Underworld, Nyx Herald, Enemy of Enlightenment. Rare card. Nylea's Interventions. Foil card. Oh, a foil Temple of Enlightenment. A foil land. That's a good foil. And it's the one dual land I haven't gotten in any of my boxes yet. How much is this foil land going for right now? Because usually, like, the lands are pretty solid at retaining their value. Foil land, that's a thing? Yeah, any card can be a foil. Another Kraken token for Kiora, Best the Sea God. $7 to $8. Sounds about right. A foil pack. Or about $12, according to Dopey. So it depends where you go. Careless Celebrant, Hero of the Winds. Sage of Mysteries. Rare card. Another Nessian Boar. I still don't know how I feel about that one. Foil card, though. Mountain. Alright. I mean, it's technically a common, but the lands are usually like the more valuable foil commons you could possibly get. Excuse me. Yeah, you can kind of see it's a foil in the light here. Oh, yeah, I would fling a Nessian Boar. That's funny. Foil basics in this set are about $5. Damn. Yeah, I feel like with the like kind of constellation cosmic theme, making these foils does make them way cooler. No foil. An Archon, Mire Triton, Field of Ruin. Rare card. Another Labyrinth of Scophos. Only a few packs left in this box, chat. No foil. An Impending Doom. Oh, there we go. Constellation version of the white demigod. So we almost collected them all. I think I was missing the green one. Reverend Hoplite. And the rare card is another Woe Strider. Alright, so there are 3 boosters left here. And that's it. We'll do the good boys first. Come on, good boys. $10. There's no foil in the good boys. Staggering Insight, Mischievous Chimera, Whirlwind Denial. Rare? Oh, Dryad of the Elysian Grove. This guy's actually pretty good. A 2/4 for 3 mana. So very solid body, if you know what I'm saying. You can play an additional land on each of your turns, and lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. So he's actually one of the more valuable cards in the set right now. And he's not even legendary. So it's like, y'all want some fixing? Done. So he's a more valuable card. We can count him as a treasure. Alright, so this pack is the Calyx Pack. Did I miscount? Nope. Okay, foil pack. Foil, Cetacean Petitioner, Careless Celebrant, Dawn Evangel. I dropped all the cards. I didn't see them though. Fucking... Just, yeah, this one. Okay. Other uncommon was Dawn Evangel. Rare or foil, I forgot what. Oh, it's Underworld Breach. Man, I don't know how I feel about this one, chat. This is another one of those limited cards where I'm like, this just seems expensive. So for 1 in a red, it's an enchantment. Non-land cards in your graveyard now have escape. It's the mana cost equal to their actual card, plus exile 3 other, and then at your end step, sacrifice it. It just seems like a lot of mana to be able to do anything super worthwhile. Again, this is strictly on a limited basis, but I'm like, I don't know about that one. But we did get a foil. Foil card. Oh, the foil alternate art Timuret. That actually looks really cool. Look at that constellation effect on him. Yeah. That looks awesome. That's pretty cool. Alright. Last booster. Still have not gotten Elspeth. Have not gotten Kiora Best the Sea God. But I think at this point we all kind of accepted that this box is just nowhere near as good as the first one. Okay. Is there a foil, yes or no? The answer is yes. Okay. So there's at least a foil here. Potentially could make up for everything. Escape Velocity. Enemy of Enlightenment. And the Sage of Mysteries. So we got the rare and the foil left. Which one should I reveal first, chat? The foil or the rare? Which one should I do first? Which one's more hype? Rare, you think? Rare first? Rare? Rare! Okay. Rare card? It's another Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath! Hey! There we go. One of the more valuable mythic rares. Thanks for showing up just in the nick of time, Uro. There we go. So then my mythic common to make up for it? It sure is. And that's the end of that box. So, dividing these up, these were all the mythic rares and foil rares in the first box, plus the 3 lands on top of that, and the mythic rares and foil rares from the first box. It's just more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus just way more of the lands in the first box. Yeah. The first box was just a better one. Have you ever seen the professor play the buy a booster box game? Yeah, I have. But there we go. So I did record this for YouTube. So if you watch this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the that box opening for Theros. Don't forget you can watch me actually play Magic live every Monday on Twitch, twitch.tv/ProJared. So be sure to come on by for that. And yeah, thanks for watching YouTube for that box opening.